Hello, all, and welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. I am your host this evening, Crispy, the tallest and the lankiest, and I'm joined tonight by two great co-hosts, very handsome, very chiseled, very well-nourished. We're going to talk about the most well-nourished one first. Just put out his first ever CSGO montage. The shit was a banger. At the end, your boy made a little guest appearance. He was hitting the 3Ks, the 4Ks. I could have swore I see a couple aces in there, too. Dr. Bob, what's up?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for hyping up the montage. Yeah, I closed out that video, or I closed out the clips of that video with 3 aces. I want to spice it up a little bit, get a little an AK ace and then a Krieg ace, which was all headshots in that second one. And then a nice little op ace, because your boy's a fucking professional opper. It's not a big deal. But yeah, you did make a guest appearance. You were talking shit while I was playing in the middle of that clip.
No, you were dancing. You were dancing, and your tits were jiggling. And I said it.
Oh yeah, different clip. Yeah, you were talking shit in a different clip.
Oh.
Where you were like, "Oh, and on my left screen is Bob, and that's what not to do, and on my right screen is Steve, and that's what to do." And then at the second you stopped talking, I one-tapped the kid who was jump spotting B on Mirage. Classic. Can't get past it.
I mean, I just hype you guys up. I mean, you need someone like that. It's like when you're in the gym, which I'm not really too knowledgeable in, but I'm assuming if there's someone there training you and like on your back saying go go go, you're weak, you're fat, you're gonna lift more and you're gonna like work harder. No,
I mean, I'm pretty self-motivating.
All right, well, fuck me then.
Steel shop and steel
Shop and shield. I mean, that's just how it goes. Well, Bob, nice to see you back, and you already heard the voice. Last but definitely not least, Papa Dom. What's up?
Chris, I'm so glad you asked because I'm doing great. Feeling good. Doing a lot of cooking. It's still quarantine hours. We're just getting by over here. Having a couple casuals. It's Friday Junior. Lots of great games to play. Zooming a couple beers with my pals. When I'm outside of the realm of the podcast. Got into an argument about which superhero would beat another one into a fight today. So yeah, I mean, on the internet, not like with my wife, who's the only person I'm hanging out with these days, which is nothing wrong with that. Love you, honey.
Dom screaming at her about like which superhero would win the fight. She goes, Dom, I didn't
like
even say anything.
Would beat Juggernaut 10 times out of 10.
What do you mean? What are you gonna tell? How are you gonna tell me Batman's gonna beat Superman? Are you fucking kidding me? Right? Do you have any idea how many arguments I've had with Bags about this?
Really?
Bags are Juggalo correspondent.
Dude, it was Dom. She was like, Dom, all I asked was what you wanted for dinner, Dom. What are we cooking tonight? What are we doing? And now you're yelling at me about Superman. What else, Dom? Tell us more. What's going on?
I mean, we can save the rest for the weekend. Wow, the weekend recap if we want.
We can. But... We'll definitely do that. But before we go into the weekend recap, Happy National Horny Day. Today, April 16th, is National Horny Day. I don't know who comes up with these holidays, but boy, am I hard. It's National Horny Day. You got to get horny. But without further ado, let's send it into a little weekend recap. I'll start it off. I had a crazy fucking weekend, dude. It was wild. The amount of plans I had this weekend, it was bananas. I just woke up. It was like 10 o'clock, sat down in my computer chair, played video games for probably about a combined 40 hours this weekend. A lot of Valorant going on. That's what I've been playing. I haven't played much of anything else. Other than that, your boy's getting a little stir crazy in this house. It's not good, and God only knows how much longer we have of this thing. But so far, I'm getting by. I mean, I'm not going to talk about what I'm eating because I don't feel like getting fucking shit on again. But that was my weekend. Bob, how was your weekend? Doing anything? Playing anything?
It was. Look, I won't shit on you for your meal choices anymore.
I had pizza rolls yesterday.
All right, that's fucking gross. You should have something with nutrients in it.
23 of them to be exact.
It's fucking ridiculous. I didn't do much this weekend. I've been slammed with work. I've been getting like, how you said you want to shove a fish up your ass or something like that?
I don't recall. No proof, no pics, no vid, but go ahead.
I mean, check the VOD. But yeah, that's what my job has been doing to me for the past couple of weeks. And it is getting real close to just fucking, I'm getting real close to just fucking breaking ties and going somewhere else.
So buy a t-shirt. We're going to be unemployed too. wickedgoodgaming.com/shop. Buy t-shirts. We're going to need food.
Make sure you donate when I stream.
Please.
But, yeah, I've been fucked from work for a little bit. Gaming wise, I've been playing Valorant. I like it for like I said this last week, but I like it for what it is. But it just makes me appreciate Counter-Strike more. Like, I hate to say Valorant just feels like an easier version of Counter-Strike because it's really not. Gunplay-wise, it feels like an easier version of Counter-Strike. But everything else makes it like on par, like up to the level of competition, in my opinion. But I brought up last week what Doc said, where it's like really hard to watch because it kind of just gets boring. And I've been watching people play a lot of Valorant, and I kind of agree with them.
I kind of like watching it. I've been watching a shit ton. I've been loving it because there's been tournaments. Like today, there was the T1 tournament. It was great to watch the 100 Thieves tournament that just happened. I enjoy it because it's such a new game. So you see all these strategies that these pros are coming up with. It's pretty sick. As someone who's been taking the game relatively serious, I've enjoyed watching it as well as playing it.
I went from watching EPL, like one of the biggest stages for professional Counter-Strike, to watching people play Valorant, and it's like fucking nosedive in entertainment for me.
Really?
But again, that's a personal preference of mine. Outside of Valorant, I went back, I played a couple of matches of Counter-Strike, and like I said, everything in that game, the gunplay just feels so much better in my opinion. Let me say that because people are obviously going to be upset.
No, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
And then outside of that, I finally started playing Final Fantasy VIII HD Remaster, and fuck have I missed that game. Fuck have I missed the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era Final Fantasy games because they're so fucking good. Yeah. I needed a change of pace because I went from playing like just first person shooters for like months, and now I have this. So
love that.
I'm good. I'm oh god, I fucking love that game so much.
Yeah, you need a game to switch it up, especially because I'm like beating a dead horse talking about Valorant, but it's a flavor of the week right now. We've been playing like custom games and shit where it's like it's competitive because you don't want to be a slouch when you're playing against your friends. So you try to take it somewhat serious. So having that decompress game on the side is something I need. I don't have, so it's good that you have that. Dom, how was your weekend? Doing anything? Playing anything?
Oh yeah, I had a real exciting weekend with the Topsfield Fair.
Had a turkey leg.
Had a turkey leg. No, I just wanted to point out. So Sasso in the chat was like, "How many crescent rolls could you eat with a gun to your head?" And Brylan goes, 500. Keep the gun. I was just over here like trying not to piss myself laughing. That's why my face is fucking beet red right now. Lorenzo was like, "You okay?" No. Also, how was my weekend? It was good. The weekend was good. We did, nothing. It was Easter this weekend. All things considered, Easter is one of my favorite holidays just because there's a great big cooking tradition that I usually do with my mom. Usually we make pizza gaina and make like 90 pounds of it, and that's all we eat for weeks and weeks. I didn't get to do that this year, which really sucked and honestly was pretty soul crushing. But I try not to like let myself marinate in all of that depression because we won't make it out of this shit alive. So other than that, played some great games. Been grinding a lot of MTG Arena. Got into gold rank like my first 2 weeks of even knowing how to play the game. So feeling pretty good, flexing those old Hearthstone muscles. People are telling me left and right that they just added the Demon Hunter class to Hearthstone, trying to get me out of retirement there. It's not happening. I'm not going to do that. I keep getting targeted ads for it. I'm not going to do that. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so playing that, I actually reloaded Fallout 76 because the Wastelanders update came out. I've spent a couple of hours with it, and honestly, it's really refreshing. Feels like old Fallout, and the NPCs are really great. Obviously, they've had tons of time to write, and they're just really making use of it. So already some really great NPCs, and it felt really refreshing to kind of have the series go back to its roots. So haven't really dug into it too much, but it was actually a really nice like palate cleanser, like you guys were talking about. Like you need that palate cleanser game. That and Animal Crossing. Oh yeah, Mad Bells. The Mad Bells column is still rolling. Chris has completely shit the bed 2 weeks in a row and has not contributed. But I'll tell you what,
I posted. Mine's in there.
You had 2 sentences. You were like, I made 800 bells.
I mean, that's all he did. I mean, fucking profit walks, bitches walk.
At max, like that. I think that's 1 sentence.
It was like, I didn't do anything. Dom did more, and he. I turned 100 bells and day 100 bells, and I'm over here. I made 3.4 million bells this weekend.
So how am I ever going to compete with that? I can't write anything after you say I just fucking made like a billion bells.
Dom, you got to picture his island right now in complete fucking disarray while he's playing Valorant.
So many weeds, bro.
Dude, it's overrun with weeds. There's fucking tarantulas eating your townfolk.
Fucking turmoil.
They are. There is some serious disarray and anarchy going on Penn Island right now over on Chris's Island. I can't even imagine. People are probably cannibalizing themselves. The trees are all cut down. They're not even growing back. Bugs have taken over the island. They're huge now. It's like eight-legged freaks.
Great fucking reference. Great reference, by the way.
So yeah, I made 3.4 million bells on the stock market this weekend. Feeling pretty good about that. Light week. I paid off my entire house. I actually, like, the last 3 days, it was like, oh, you want another room? Great. You want another room? Great. You want another floor? Great. You want a basement? Great. My house is fully expanded after 1 week of the stock market. I got another 1.5 mil still saved. So we're going to see what we can do for that and see if we can really make a big haul. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm making up for Chris's lack of ground. It's like he doesn't even read my part of the column. That's how you... He's like, how do I compete? Read what I'm telling you.
I wrote it. I read it.
I'm over here breaking the game legally.
I see what you're doing, Dom, and I respect it. You have the grind. You got like a basketball court in your house now. You're $1 trillion in debt, but you're making
pool at my house.
That's on. Dude, you can't get a pool in your house in the game, can you?
What do you mean? You want to go see it?
You have a pool in your house?
Yeah, I got 2. I got like a little Zen garden pond, and then I have an actual pool too. It's like backlit and everything.
No way. All right. Wow.
Get like me.
Bro, I still sleep in a sleeping bag. Not good. Grimwolf FPS said it's the first time that he's catching us live. Thanks for chiming in, bro. Thanks for tuning in, rather. Truly appreciate it. All right. Well, let's get into the meat and potatoes, shall we? I'll kick it off. So Ubisoft is making a movie about old people and their view on esports. From the Ubisoft News Forum, it said that Ubisoft is going to launch this untitled show through the eyes of a senior citizen looking at esports. It's written, directed by the creative team of blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying their names. The people behind I Feel Pretty, He's Just Not That Into You, and never been kissed. Okay, so you're making unreal at the first. So it goes through there, and it says that it's going to be kind of, I keep saying the same thing, but it's the only thing I can take out of it, right? Where it's like, it's pretty much taking this whole new genre for these old people and being like, okay, like now we're going to act like we know what video games are. We have to see like what it comes from when we're looking at it. So I already wrote something on this. It's on wickedgoodgaming.com. I can already tell you how this fucking show is going to go. First of all, it's going to stink. Second of all, it's going to go like this. There's going to be 2 parents downstairs watching like Love is Blind or something. They're going to hear people their kids screaming upstairs, punching the desk, everything like that, screaming. They're going to go upstairs to tell them to like, quiet down, please, like it's late. And they're going to walk up and they're going to be like, excuse, like, you got to stop yelling. It's so late. Can you please just pause the game for a second so we could talk? And the kid's going to go, I can't pause the game, Ma. It's a multiplayer game. Ha, 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 ha. And then
laugh track.
And this is where you enter the first okay boomer when they're walking out after they explain it to them. So there's going to be 5,000 okay boomers in this movie. But the parents are going to go downstairs. They're going to talk amongst themselves. The kid's going to wake up in the morning, and both parents are going to have a rig set up downstairs, and they're going to be playing the same game as the kid. Somehow they're going to be sick, and they're going to like talk to the parents of the people that are playing in their son's squad or daughter's squad, and they're all going to make a team. They're going to be a sick team. They're going to end up competing, and the climax of the movie is going to be, or a show. What was it going to be? A show or a movie? Movie. The climax of the movie is going to be the parents playing the kids, and the parents are going to lose the kids, and then they're going to be like, wow, like this is unreal. They're going to see their son or daughter making all this money from video games and like going to their tournaments and shit, and finally understand what video games are all about.
Wait. This is a movie that's coming out?
It's a movie.
Okay. So what you're telling me is it's the same fucking plot as the movie Fighting With My Family from last year, except for video games.
Is that a movie?
Fighting With My Family. It's a movie about a family of wrestlers, and then they like finally break through and become professionals.
Wow. Okay.
How fucking unoriginal can you be? Okay.
Blatant ripoff, fucking blatant
Wow.
ripoff. And so I think a big reason of this plays into the success that Mythic Quest had. I haven't watched it, Tom. You've watched that, right?
Yeah, Mythic Quest is awesome.
Yeah, so I feel like they see like that people actually caught onto that and people actually like it. They're like, okay, well, people are receptive to esport related movies and shows. Let's try to launch our own. We're Ubisoft. This is going to be great. It's going to be a very cringeworthy movie. Am I going to watch it strictly for science just to report back on it? Absolutely. I'll be honest if I like it or not, but I can't see any chance that I actually like this. It's going to be a cringe fest. But we also said that about Mythic Quest, right? Like we didn't know if they were going to be too, how they were going to be with the terminology and stuff, if it was going to seem too forced. According to the people that have watched the show, it's really not. So I could be wrong, but when you're going to say you're going to make an esport related movie from the makers of fucking I Feel Pretty, how am I going to think that's going to be a good movie?
I mean, there are very, very few movies and TV shows anything about like gaming right. Mythic Quest is really good. I think they have a pretty good respect for, the industry, a respect for like the subculture and stuff like that. I can't say that I'm expecting anything particularly groundbreaking from this movie. I think it's so. Now tell me this. It's so your blog says they're making a movie about old people's view of esports.
Mm-hmm.
So is it that, or is it old people who play esports? Because I feel like originally when you texted, that was the...
Yeah, so that's just
is it like, are we gonna have like Morgan Freeman, Jack Nicholson, and like Meryl Streep on an esports team?
No, it says it in their blog.
I might watch that.
Inspired by a Wall Street Journal article, the untitled film centers an esports team made up of entirely senior citizens who learned to triumph the world dominated by young competitors.
Yeah, so we're gonna get Morgan Freeman, Meryl Streep, and Jack Nicholson on an esports team. It's gonna be great. They're gonna be called, instead of Echo Fox, it'll be Silver Fox.
Oh, that's good, Tom. Wow, that's a fucking... If there's like a men's league or like a bear league for esports, that's a phenomenal name.
George Clooney is going to be the coach.
Wow, and you're going to have... I can't think of anyone that's like a silver fox off the top of my head.
No. It's going to be someone's kid. Someone's kid is going to be the coach.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. It'll be the kid...
It's going to be Chet Hanks. Tom Hanks is going to be on the senior citizen team. Chet
I
Hanks
mean,
is strictly going to speak in Jamaican.
We're rounding out a pretty solid old person team right now with acting.
Ubisoft, if you want to make $1 bajillion on this, come through. You got your 3 executive producers right here. Listen, it's going to be... Yeah. So we'll have Meryl Streep, Morgan Freeman, Jack Nicholson, and give me like...
Joe Pesci? Imagine that.
Joe Pesci will be... No, he'll... Joe Pesci could be like... a guy in the crowd who like doesn't get it or something, or like he's like something like that.
No. Joe Pesci's the Tanya Harding of this, and he goes to sabotage one of them.
That could also work. I'm thinking Jonah Hill is the coach because he's young enough where it's convincing, but he's like older enough that he can kind of play somebody a little bit more mature, but it's still sarcastic. Give me a cameo from Johnny Knoxville as he's like dressed up as the old guy from like Bad Grandpa. You know
That'd
what I mean?
Hilarious.
A cameo from him. Yeah, I mean you get a license to print money. I just don't understand. Like this is, and Chevy Chase. With Chevy Chase on the team too. Chevy Chase on the team.
Dude, the team's gonna need like a DPS, and all of a sudden like Liam Neeson. Someone's gonna be like, I have someone. Hold on, it's gonna be like Liam Neeson walking through the door.
But it'll be Liam Neeson as himself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's not playing a character. It's like him, but that'll be it.
That'd be unreal.
I kind of still hate all of this.
Oh, I hate it too, but you have to try to make the best out of it. You know it's going to be a fucking dumpster fire. You might as well try to make a little fun out of it. I think we could produce a pretty good movie. I'm not going to lie. We should go into that. We should just trash this whole thing, and it's just Wicked Good Gaming Productions, and we'll just make short films and like... we'll have to build our way up to movies and whatnot. But our first one is just going to be a clear ripoff of this one, and we're just going to do it so much better.
I just want to see a documentary about the Skyrim grandma, Shirley, and the Animal Crossing Nana too.
I forget her name.
Give me all the Nanas. I know the Skyrim Nana is Shirley.
Yeah, I forget the Animal Crossing Nana's name, but she's adorable, and she posted an unboxing of a Nintendo Switch in New Horizons. It was beautiful. It brought a little tear to my eye. Bob,
Shirley,
you think this movie's going to be an absolute flop?
Oh yeah. We don't want to see it. the mainstream media doesn't want to see it. Like consumer base, nobody wants to fucking see it. Nobody cares.
But like, who's the audience they're going for? Do they
There
think
is
people?
none.
There's no people that have been like in the industry that are like, oh, great, an esports movie. Like, no one's gonna be like fired up to watch that. The only reason people are gonna watch that is to see how accurate it is / to shit on it.
There's,
Because
I'm telling you, okay. You know what it probably is? They're probably seeing that everybody's families are, everybody's going to be inside right now. Everybody's got to be together. There's no sports to watch. So people, oh, maybe there's some parents who are watching esports with their kids. Let's make it for them. Like realistically, one, what's that percentage of people that are like parents that are doing that? Two, what's the percentage of people who are that interested? And three, what's the percentage of that percentage who are going to go out of their way to watch this?
1%.
This is going to be the best airplane movie ever made.
Again, hard disagree.
You know, it was actually a really good airplane movie, Assassin's Creed, also by Ubisoft Film and Television. The Assassin's Creed movie, I will stand by this. I didn't go see it in the theaters, but it is a good airplane movie.
And like, do you define airplane movie by a movie that you're like kind of forced to enjoy because there's nothing else to do?
No, I mean, on airplanes these days, I mean, you can watch, there's like 90 movies on there. So like I watched all the, but like, let me put it into perspective for you, and this will make it make sense. I watched like 4, yeah. So like a year, was it last year? The year before? I think it was last year. I watched like 4 of the DC extended universe movies on a flight to Australia. I watched like Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, and what's the other one? I think it's Batman versus Superman. I watched all of. Shazam. Oh no, it was Shazam. Shazam was the other one, and I watched all 4 of those on a flight to Australia. Granted, did I have anything better to do? Not exactly, but they were pretty good. I was like, you know what? For a movie that I'm watching in a chair that is way too small for any human being to sit in, and I'm pretty uncomfortable, and all I have to do is to like drink free beer and just wait until I can get off this godforsaken plane.
Sounds pretty electric, actually. That sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, when you're on a 28-hour flight,
oh my
god,
god,
a couple beers. You can put down a couple beers.
How many beers do you think you drank on a 28-hour flight?
Realistically, so so I was in the air for 28 hours. One of the legs of the flight was 20. The other was, let's see, it was like, no, because it was 6 hours from Boston to Houston. Then it was Houston to Sydney, which was like 18 hours. And then it was another 4 hours from Sydney to Cairns. So we went, yeah, so about 28 hours. And I mean, I had to have drank 20 beers easily.
Oh my god.
Like, or more. I mean, let's just say 20 drinks. I mean, if you count like glass of wine, like whatever, like nips, like whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you do consider those. Yeah, I think you'll consider them. The only bad part about drinking on a plane is getting in the bathroom sucks. Especially if it's an active plane where people are just getting up and pissing and shit. If you have a bad seat.
Yeah, so the long leg of this flight, that like 18-hour leg, the plane was almost empty. So I could just get right up. There's lots of leg room because it's an international flight. And I could just stroll right to the bathroom. We were only like, I mean, we were like in the 18th or 19th row. There was probably maybe 5 rows behind us before the bathroom. So
wow,
nice and easy. Yeah, I almost just sat outside the bathroom the whole time, just waited for the inevitable to come.
I would have just laid on the ground outside of it. Yeah, so that'd be a lot more comfortable. Planes are tough for a big man. But yeah, movie's gonna stink. We'll see though. We're gonna report back just because of science, you know. I'll keep everyone posted when there's actually more news about it. But as of now, that's kind of the gist of it. Old people forming a team. And let's move on. Bob, what do you got for us?
So I started playing Final Fantasy VIII Remaster recently, the HD remaster, and I bought it a couple of months ago. It was on sale for like $18, I think, on Humble Bundle. And, you know, of course, the Final Fantasy VII remake just came out. I have yet to play it. I'll put it on the docket for like more shit that I need to play at some point. But I just missed it so much. I missed the PlayStation 1 era, the PlayStation 2 era, turn-based combat Final Fantasy games. And Scrap is mentioning it in the chat. He brought it up on Twitter. Final Fantasy X is incredible, but it's been remastered, 3 times at this point on several different consoles. But 8 was just so good, and nobody ever enjoyed. It's the most overlooked game in the franchise, in my opinion, or most recently, in my opinion. And I wanted to ask you guys, what is an overshadowed game in a franchise? Probably in a franchise of games that are all incredible.
Oh, I mean,
Mine right now is Final Fantasy VIII. I'm enjoying it. And then another one is I think Gears 3 is overshadowed in the Gears of War franchise. It's not as good as 2. It's probably not as good as 1, but I think it's better than everything else at that point. It's like right in the middle. And then Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask was completely overshadowed by Ocarina of Time and everything else that came before it and subsequently after it. And these are kind of like, to me, they're like the black horses or like the dark sheep of their franchise.
oh my god, butchered that.
Did you like double down on that intentionally, or did you?
Yes.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
I'm gonna write that in as the episode. Dark sheep, black horses. There we go.
Yeah. I totally meant to do that, by the way.
So,
But yeah, what's a game in a great franchise that you think is overshadowed by the others?
okay, so I wouldn't say it's necessarily a great franchise because not all the games are good, but there is an audience for all of them, and I'm tapping into my roots right now. Go figure, I'm going to talk about Call of Duty. One game that I have such a gripe with, and I've had it for so long, I think Call of Duty World at War multiplayer and campaign deserves so much more respect, but it was overshadowed by the following game, which was Modern Warfare 2. And it was also overshadowed by zombies being a part of it. I think like that's probably one of my favorite campaigns that I've played in a Call of Duty game. The ending got me out of my seat. It was like you're like running up to the flag to hanging in after you guys just won the war. And before you know it, some random guy pops up and shoots you. And Reznov, I think his name was, just pops out of nowhere and saves your life. And he like picks you up. He's like, come on, you could do it. And then he walks you up to the end and you just slam the flag down in it. And the game ends, it gives a little dialogue, and then it just ends. That deserves a lot more respect. And then the multiplayer itself, I remember that's one of the first PC games I played. I remember I got my rig when I was super young. I think I had like an integrated graphics card in it. It was a complete shit box. And I got that, and then I used to play Pro Mod on GTA 4. And I caught myself going off of GTA 4 rather, Call of Duty 4. I caught myself pulling myself away from Pro Mod COD 4 and playing World of War for hours and hours. And I remember I played it to the point where the servers were completely dead and I was heartbroken. Granted, I loved when Modern Warfare 2 came out in 2009. That was one of the games that I got from the back of the truck. It just fell off the back of the truck. And I had it for weeks before. It was phenomenal. But all in all, I think World at War as a Call of Duty game deserves a lot more respect than it gets, and it's completely overshadowed by a different game mode within the game and the following game, which was MW2. Dom, what do you think?
Okay, so I brought this game up last week. Lucius Ballack took the words right out of my mouth, and so here because there were very few. Friend of the program, Bricky, also aligns with me on this. I think Titanfall 2 is one of the most overlooked games of all time. I think it's overshadowed heavily. It is overshadowed heavily by Apex Legends. Obviously, Apex Legends a much more like accessible game. Titanfall 2 is a phenomenal. It's like it's kind of like a more niche multiplayer with like the mechs and whatnot. It's a phenomenal story. And, I think that your average player who's used to playing Call of Duty or, Halo or something, like if you say, all right, it's multiplayer and this first person, it's a first person shooter, but there's also giant robots. They immediately go like, I don't know if I want that. And granted, there's like pilot only modes where you can just do, just the shooter, but like that takes away game. So yeah, I think that my first instinct, Titanfall 2 is one of the most overlooked games in history. Titanfall 1 I thought was good, not great. I didn't love it as much. Titanfall 2 tightened up so many things. It added a campaign. It really polished up the multiplayer, amped up the customization, gave you incentive to do pretty much everything, and in my opinion, had some of the best elements progression wise that vintage Call of Duty did. This is by the Respawn guys who left after Modern Warfare 2 and created a game that was basically like your typical Call of Duty shooter, but with giant robots. And it makes me even think that if more people gave Titanfall 2 a chance when it came out, we would be on Titanfall fucking 7 right now, because it would have taken off. Because if your average Call of Duty junkie got onto Titanfall 2 and tried out that multiplayer, you'd fucking love it because the gunplay is the same. So and if you love the gunplay in Apex and you're like, man, you know what this game needs is giant fucking robots, you can probably go get Titanfall 2 for $10 right now and go join the fucking online sensation before we all murdered you. So go and purchase Titanfall 2 so that you can tell Vince that we need another one. And yeah, I mean, I've said it probably a dozen times on a dozen different episodes that I think it's the most. If it's not one of, it is the most underrated first-person shooter ever, and I think that it's easily the most underrated, unsung first-person shooter of this like console generation, and it's way overshadowed by Apex. And Apex is cool if you're into that sort of thing, but if you want like a more persistent progression and you want to like try it out and you want to spend fucking you have nothing better to do right now, just spend $10 and get Titanfall 2. It's unbelievable.
I think I'm gonna try it.
I have an addition.
Made me cry.
I have an addition to all of this.
Go.
To this topic. An addendum.
Go.
At the end.
A dark sheep, if you will.
Yes, correct. What is a video game that you think got overshadowed by other major games in the same genre at the same time? I have the perfect one. And it's the most, actually, it's two of the most perfect games for this genre. And it's True Crime Streets of LA and it's Sleeping Dogs.
True Crime is a great one.
True Crime and Sleeping Dogs are two of the most criminally overlooked games because they're not GTA. They're essentially GTA clones, but they're so fucking good. I can't what was it? It was True Crime Streets of LA that took on like a supernatural element of it.
Yeah.
Both True Crime and Sleeping Dogs took on supernatural elements at one point. Oh god, they were so fucking good.
I mean, it might be too early to say that it was overlooked, but I think the Outer Worlds should have gotten a lot more love than in a game in a world where we have 1,000 looter shooter, first person shooter RPGs. Obsidian took the genre back to its roots and basically just gave us like the Fallout game that we should have gotten last year. And this is coming from somebody who spent a couple hours with Wastelanders already for Fallout 76, and I think it's really good. And I'm gonna put my impressions up on wickedgoodgaming.com. But the Outer Worlds was fucking fantastic. It's so good, and I actually dug into that ahead of Wastelanders coming out because I needed a little fix. The characters are so animated and charismatic, and you give a shit about them, and they're like real. They're very authentic. It's not like you can tell a writer made this. Obviously, writers did write them, but they're written so real. You have like this priest character who the first time you meet him, you're like 45 minutes into the game, and you're like, wow, this guy is a stuck-up idiot, and there's no way I'm ever doing anything for it. It turns out, you know how he became a priest? He was in fucking prison, and he beat the shit out of people, and he converted other people to a religion that he didn't even believe in, and he goes to send you to find a Bible that he can't even read because it's in French. And it's like one of those things where it's like, damn, that quest didn't even really matter, but it does matter on the back end because you get to know this guy, Vicar Max, in The Outer Worlds, who I think is a brilliantly written character. It was nominated for a Game Award. The voice actress, whose name is escaping me right now, who voices Parvati in The Outer Worlds, was nominated for a Game Award. And The Outer Worlds was fucking amazing. But there's so many other shooters and like shooter RPGs out there that I think it just got completely swept right under the rug. And I think that's fucked up. And you should also, it's still on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, go download it right now. Leave a 5-star review on the podcast before you exit out of the app, and then go play The Outer Worlds. That's my recommendation.
I have to finish The Outer Worlds. I'm like 4 hours into it. And I didn't.
I forgot that you were playing that.
Yeah, I was playing. I didn't finish it. I couldn't even tell you where I am in the game. There's something about, actually maybe I'm not that far into it. There's something about like shutting power off, and then I had to like pick a side if I wanted to kick all the people out of a village, or if I wanted to shut.
It's like the first major quest chain of the game, but it's still really good. Still very entertaining. And there's a twist to it. There's a twist. It's like in Fallout 3, there's a big quest like that right in the beginning where you have to pick a side, and one is the very obviously bad choice, one is the very obviously good choice. And The Outer Worlds is kind of flipped on its head. So when you make that first colossal choice and you're like, man, I am fucking a group of people, it gives you a little bit more, it's a little bit more morally gray.
Yeah.
God damn it.
The dialogue in that game is awesome. It's like you actually have to sit there and there's a bunch of stuff to read. My answer to your question, Bob, I feel like a lot of BRs that came out in this new age of battle royales really got swept under the rug when they could have had a lot more recognition. I really enjoyed playing the game Realm Royale. I don't know if you guys played that. Realm Royale was fun.
I was thinking about that game this week of how fun that game was and how quickly the developers fucking ruined it.
Yeah, it sucks because like it was a blast. Like you got to like pull a horse out of nowhere. The games were faster paced because you were able to just fly across. When you shot someone, they turned into a chicken, and you had to like thirst the chicken. It was wild. And then I feel like you can chime in on this too. I feel like Realm Royale had a lot of potential too if they just did things a little bit better. I wasn't a big fan. I feel like I ran into a bunch of issues with servers. Maybe it's just like a me thing. But I feel like a lot of BR games I played that aren't optimized properly, I've run into so many bad server issues. But that was a game that dropped in the prime of battle royales, and so did Realm actually. I mean, Realm went for Fortnite's throat with the whole like fun and like entry level shooter, and then Realm Royale went for PUBG's throat, which was already like a dying game, but still had like its die-hard base. And they just weren't able to do it. Fun fact I found out today, when Fortnite first got announced, it was in 2011. The reason for the game was to go after Minecraft, to take Minecraft out. It was just going to be like building mechanics, and then the base of the game was just going to be you had to survive from husks, which were the monsters there, and then you had to survive the storm by like going up into the buildings that you made. When they were trying to do Unreal Engine 4, they realized that like obviously they had to smooth the game out and whatnot because it was a new engine at the time, and it took years. It took like 7 years, and then they realized that like the hype died down, and PUBG was popping off at that time. Like PUBG and H1Z1, it was like 2017 or something like that. The game was ready for a prototype, and like fuck it, like we're not releasing this. Let's pull it back. Let's put it beyond. Let's go after PUBG's neck, and they did that. And now look at it. Fun time.
The reason why Realm died so quickly was because Hi-Rez made it, and Hi-Rez is notorious for not having like, I think the most long running game that they've released is Smite, and Smite is I don't want to say the competitor, it's a competitor to Dota and League, but it's like Dota, League, they're S tier, and then I don't even think there's an A or a B tier, but Smite is like C tier when it comes to the player base. Everyone else is playing League and Dota. While I like the appeal of Smite, it's a unique take on the MOBA genre, but League and Dota just do it so much better, and they do it to so many more people. But Hi-Rez, they're just notorious for making games that they want to compete with other games in that genre. Like right now, you know how Riot released a competitor to Counter-Strike?
Mm-hmm.
Hi-Rez is working on a competitor to both of those games, and it's not. I don't think it's going to come anywhere near it. It's not a first-person shooter. It's a third-person shooter that's a tactical-based gameplay. Like, I enjoy some of their games, but it just, in my head, it doesn't make sense as to why you're trying to just make something unique.
That's what I'm saying.
At this point, make something different, and then we'll go with that. But the Hi-Rez devs that were working on Realm, they were like, oh shit, we have all these, because they were doing fucking tournaments every other day at that point. It was getting a shit ton of views on Twitch. They were like, all right, let's just keep updating it. Let's update it every single week. Let's do what we can with this so people keep watching it. But they updated it into the fucking dirt, and they made the game like they made it too fucking shitty to play.
Yeah.
So the player base just dropped off.
And that's where a lot of companies fall flat, I feel like, because when you release a new game, right, it opens up the game for people to be found through this new game, for your voice to kind of get out there, and like you as a player to get out there. But when you're doing that, like you're putting something new out there and you're not keeping up with it, you get that initial hype behind it, and then you're just like, all right, well, they're not doing anything to make this game better, or like this game stinks, they're not trying to fix it, I'm done, I'm just going to go back to the game I've been playing for years as it is. But if you release a game, so like Valorant did, right, it's a mix of two games, that's going to happen all over the place now. Everything that you can only imagine has already been done. But the best thing you could do is pick and choose things that work from certain things, and then put it into a game, and then put your own spin on it. When you're grabbing pieces of every game but not doing your own thing to it, no one's going to really gravitate towards it. They're going to try it out and be like, all right, like if, like you've been saying, like if I want to play a first-person shooter, a tactical first-person shooter, I'm going to play Counter-Strike. If I want to play something with abilities, I'll play Overwatch. But Valorant kind of put their own spin on it, and I feel like that's the way that you're able to do it. If you want a game to actually stick out, and it's kind of the marketing behind it, you have to get these big time streamers behind your game, because once one big time streamer talks shit about your game, it's such a cult following that some streamers and content creators form, and people are just going to follow from there. And I mean, all games aren't for everyone, right? It's just how things will go. But I wish Realm Royale kind of kept up. That game was very fun at the time, but I fell off very quick because I was getting too frustrated. And they updated Into the Ground, like you said. Dom, do you wanna throw a PAX interview in, or do you wanna save them?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we got a couple of great PAX interviews. One game, because I know it actually went free to play this past week, which is on Steam right now, is Misbits, which is kind of like it's kind of like Rocket League meets Small Soldiers. And I think I said that in the interview, and I don't think the developers even made that connection, and they were like, holy fuck, like that should have been on the literature. So basically Misbits has like a Rocket League type gameplay. It's like a kind of like a semi indie game, and what you're doing is you play as like the head of a toy, and each head has like different abilities, and then on the battlefield are bodies, and each body is like your weapon. So like you get on like a big like muscular body, and you can like punch other guys out of the way, and then basically you have to get the goal in the other or you have to get the ball in the other person's goal. So Misbits, it's on Steam right now. It actually just went free to play, and they have a crazy emphasis on player creation, creating game modes, creating arenas, all that shit. So this is the interview, PAX East 2020 Misbits right here. And that was the interview for Misbits. I actually didn't. I hadn't had anything scheduled. I just kind of was like walking by, and the game caught my eye and got the chance to play it. But it was really fucking good. And also, Small Soldiers is like the best movie ever made. So
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I wish I got to play that one. I mean, I was definitely out of commission after the second day of PAX. I went against my own rule, and I got too drunk, and I was super hungover and really couldn't do much of anything. But you know, you live and you learn. I haven't learned from it, but I'm sure at some point I will. Dom, you got a topic for us?
And totally bailed on the fucking demo I had set up for.
I know that's my fault and the booze's fault. I wasn't responsible. I wasn't responsible.
Blame the booze. Definitely blame the booze.
If I didn't drink, I would have never felt like that. I mean, I'm blaming the booze.
yeah, I got a topic for you. Okay, so we were talking about some of its peers. So I want to kind of piggyback off of that, and I hate when people say that, but I'm going to piggyback off of that, and I want to bring up a game that okay, so a series that has multiple games, preferably like 5+ games, and you can only keep 3, and the rest go in the garbage forever. You've never played them. They've whatever. Don't mind any like story implications or whatever, but you pick your favorite 3, and the rest are gone forever. I've seen like pick 3, or $15 to assemble your perfect whatever. So yeah, pick 3, and so tell me the game franchise, and then tell me what 3 you pick and why. I can start here because I'm going to need to get another beer after this because my throat is getting sore. So I'm going to go with World of Warcraft because, as you guys know, I've been playing WoW since vanilla, and I saw this. This is actually the inspiration for this topic. I saw this on Twitter earlier today. Somebody was like, pick 3 WoW expansion packs, and the rest gone forever, right? So you would think, I mean, it was so weird because every answer was completely different. Some people were like vanilla, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, which was the first 3, and that's where people think that like the game has just been going steadily downhill from there. Those people are geeks. So I think for me, for my money, and I have spent lots of it on World of Warcraft, the 3 expansions that I would keep are Wrath is one of the it's just widely regarded as one of, if not the best expansion in the franchise. Myths of Pandaria, which is actually probably the most polarizing expansion pack in the franchise, and Legion. Legion is my favorite, by far my favorite expansion pack in World of Warcraft history. I've been playing the game for fucking 15, 16 years at this point. I think I would know. And I'll tell you why right now. See, Brylan had me right there. MOP, Wrath, Legion, and I didn't even fucking chat. Okay, so here's why. And I know that Kenny has played WoW a lot too, so I'm sure that he's like tapping his chin at why I made this decision. Wrath, again, Wrath is Wrath. It's like it's the Godfather or Godfather 2, depending on the way you look at that series of MMO expansions. It's the gold standard. It's fantastic. It's cinematic. The content was great. It was challenging. It was rewarding. Everything. It was just that the peak of WoW for a lot of people, and I don't think it was the peak. I do think it was one of the peaks. I would say that it is matched only by Legion in terms of the value that you're getting out of the expansion, the rewards that you're getting, the progression, the story. I'm a big lore guy. So when it comes to like sopping up as much lore as I possibly can, WoW is one of those franchises where I just can't get enough. So Legion and Wrath of the Lich King for me in terms of just like challenge level, because they did bring the challenge level way back up for Legion. And I think Mists of Pandaria, which was my other one, just had a really strong, I think it had very strong dungeons and raids. And some people are going to say that no, that's not the case. I think it had one of the coolest raids in the history of the game, which is Siege of Orgrimmar, which is like you fucking sack one of the capital cities of the game, the second biggest capital city of the game. You go in and they say both factions are doing this raid, and you burn it to the fucking ground, basically, which is just insane. So just in terms of immersion and like the impact and like feeling the togetherness of that world, those for my money are the best ones. Legion is far and away my favorite. I think the class identity. So if you play as a paladin, you go into this chapel where all of the greatest paladins in the history of Warcraft are there. If you play as a rogue, you go underground in the sewers underneath Dalaran, and you're chopping it up with some of the biggest crooks and criminals and swindlers in the history of the game. If you play as a warrior, you actually die in the first like 10 minutes of the expansion pack, and you go to Valhalla and you meet the fucking God of War himself, and he's like, I have a job for you, like you're not done yet. Just all of that stuff is just, for me, Legion is just far and away so fucking good. I would have used that for the overshadowed topic, but I don't even know if you can say it was overshadowed. It's just like underrated. But yeah,
that just makes me want to play vanilla again.
That was really fun when we played.
It makes me want to get back into vanilla.
I had a fucking blast. So that was when I first jumped into WoW, was when vanilla got dropped. Again. And it was a blast. We had like a group of like 20 people that were playing it at a time. We were taking it very serious. It was people that were a lot more ahead than myself, I guess would say. Everyone was super nice, like Bob and Q and Muzz. They would all come back and help me with my quests and whatnot. We were just playing it together. And then go figure, I fell off and never played again. Bob, what do you got for a franchise? What are you getting rid of?
So I want to go with Dark Souls DLCs.
1 second, I'm gonna grab that.
I'm gonna go with Dark Souls DLCs here. I'm leaving out Bloodborne because I have yet to play the Bloodborne DLC, which I heard is supposed to be absolutely incredible. But Dark Souls, I say it every other fucking week at this point, is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I've said it 100 times, where Dark Souls 2 is kind of like, it's an okay game for what it is, but it's not as good as 1 and 3. So the same goes for the DLCs. I'm going to take the Artorias of the Abyss DLC from Dark Souls 1, because it goes before the events of Dark Souls, and it tells you the prequel story focused around arguably one of the most interesting characters in all of Dark Souls lore, and that's the Knight Artorias and how he succumbed to the Abyss. And it has some of the best, if not the best, DLC bosses of the entire franchise. So yeah, Artorias of the Abyss for Dark Souls 1 stays. And then I gotta go with both of the Dark Souls 3 DLCs. And I'm throwing all of the Dark Souls 2 DLCs out the window here, because one, they had shitty gimmick mechanics to all of them, whereas like one is just everything's poison, you're in a poison city. You have to get through poison fucking swamps. You have to get through a poison city. You have to go through all the poison bosses and all the poison enemies. Another one, it's the snow fucking area, where you have to get to a final boss in that area, or the second final boss, a hidden boss in that area, and it's just a gang boss of a boss you previously fought in that DLC. It's just 2 of them at that point. And you have to go through a snowy area where you can't fucking see anything, and you're getting attacked by lightning unicorns the whole fucking time, and just getting to that fucking secondary boss is a nightmare. So fuck the DLC from Dark Souls 2 out the window, And then the Dark Souls 3 DLC, the opposite of what the Dark Souls 1 Night of Artorias of the Abyss DLC did, where it showed you what, like, preemptively what's going on in the world. Why is this character like this? Like, what happened to the Knight Artorias? Dark Souls 3 brings everything together in their DLC. The Ashes of Ariandel is a little separate. It's kind of showing you a separate world in the painted world of Ariandel that's created adjacent to the Dark Souls world. You know, if you don't know, the lore behind everything is the light that's, you know, lighting the world is dying or has died. So there's these painted worlds adjacent to it that, you know, magic people created. The Ashes of Ariandel had that adjacent world, and it was fucking gorgeous. Everything about it was great. The last boss was incredible. It was a 3-stage boss, arguably one of the harder or hardest bosses in the franchise. And then the Ring City DLC was more of the same. It was taking the entire Dark Souls franchise and it was closing it. It was just taking the lid and it was kissing it with love. Thank you, fan base.
Kiss it right on the forehead. Just
and it was putting the lid on top of the Dark Souls franchise. And it said, I hope you enjoyed our game. I love that you loved the package, and I love you. Put the lid on top. And it just sealed it all together.
Put the lid on it.
But then again, fuck the Dark Souls 3 DLCs. They were useless.
I just can't wait to endlessly like gush with you about Elden Ring whenever the gonna be an
I will pay them $200 now just for information.
Just for like a trailer, maybe.
Yeah, give me a trailer. Take fucking $200. Leave me alone.
I'll match that.
Fucking need it.
So I'm gonna go in a different direction, right, Chris? I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna go with GTA. You're gonna go with Bully and just say there's one of them. Let me hit on GTA really quick before I go to the actual one. Everyone knows Vice City, San Andreas, and GTA 5 is the best. There's no other comparison with any of them, so that wouldn't even be good to talk about.
What do you mean, dude? GTA 3 literally revolutionized 3D gaming.
Get rid of it. I don't care. Get rid of it. But Chris, what else do you play? Like, have you ever played any other games like besides first-person shooters? Hey, I played third-person games as well, and one of my favorites of all time is Splinter Cell. That whole franchise, Splinter Cell, is like one of the games where I look back when I was super young. Like all Tom Clancy games, when I look back when I was super young, like that made my childhood with video games. I used to get out of bed, run downstairs to my grandparents' house, and just fire up the OG Xbox and just get after it. With me, there's 9, I believe, in the Splinter Cell series, and it's probably easy to go with the newer ones, but I'm gonna go back in time a little bit. So Chaos Theory is my favorite one of all time. I played that. Chaos Theory is incredible. The OG Splinter Cell, just Splinter Cell, great. And then it's tough. I like Pandora Tomorrow and I liked Conviction, but gun to my head, I would have to go with Pandora Tomorrow. That whole game,
I agree with all 3 of those.
The whole game, man. Like, I need another good Splinter Cell. Like, just keep them coming. Keep throwing them at me. Those games are great. Tell me one of the most iconic noises of all times isn't the goggles. Like, did I do that right? Like, was that good? Something like that.
Try that one more time.
I mean, that's pretty spot on. That was fucking good, right? Whatever. But yeah, so I really won't go into, I can't go too in depth with them just because a lot of them I played when I was young and I was more of the type where I just like sped through the game, and if I enjoyed it, I enjoyed it. If I could play them all again, I would definitely take my time and play them. But if I had to pick out of the 9 games that there, I believe there's 9, right? 8, 9? I think there's 9. I'm gonna go with 9. Chaos Theory, Splinter Cell, and Pandora Tomorrow. No questions asked. Did you guys ever get big into Assassin's Creed? Did you ever play the billion games that they put out?
No.
Yeah.
I never understood the appeal of those games.
Yeah,
See,
I
still
played
don't.
like 5 of them.
Yeah, I think I played 3. One of them that I really enjoyed, I don't know if a lot of people talk about it much, but Black Flag was really fun to me. I really enjoyed that one. But I mean, other than that, I feel so monotonous playing those games. I was going to ask you guys like your top 3 in Assassin's Creed, but I don't really think there's much of a point to do it because to me, they're all pretty much the same.
Well, I actually powered through, and I feel like Assassin's Creed is one of the only you can say where you're like, oh yeah, I only played 1 through 6, but I haven't played the other fucking like 90 of them because they're like, they're story games. But I powered through Assassin's Creed 1 through Revelations. So Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations just so I could play Assassin's Creed 3 because it was the only game that actually appealed to me, and it was took place in Boston. So I was like, why wouldn't I play it? Why wouldn't I play that? And Assassin's Creed 3 ended up being one of the biggest letdowns I think I've ever. I played fucking like 100 hours of Assassin's Creed just to get to Assassin's Creed 3, and it was a fucking wet fart compared to the Ezio trilogy. Ezio trilogy, fucking fantastic. Everybody should play it. Throw it on easy or whatever the fuck, and just cruise through it because it's so goddamn good. There are very few other game franchises where you can play multiple games and get through the entire span of a character's life, and you just like get to know them, and you get an emotional attachment to them, and especially when you don't create the character, because you could say Mass Effect, you get to know Commander Shepard, but it's you. But Ezio is like a whole different guy. You could say like Jack and Daxter. You play through 4 or 5 different games as Jack, and you get to know him as a character. You get to know his flaws, his likes, his dislikes, his heartbreaks, his victories. Same thing with Ezio, and fuck, is that worth it? So go play the Ezio trilogy if you haven't. But yeah, top 3 for me in Assassin's Creed is literally like Brotherhood, Revelations, and 2, like in no particular order. I did play Black Flag, and I wasn't as into it. And I know, what's the one in England? The one in England's supposed to be good too. But I haven't played anything since.
Yeah.
And also the Assassin's Creed movie is pretty good.
Yeah, I think Unity was England. Unity might have been England. The reason I played my first Assassin's Creed, go figure, was because I found out that I could climb to the top of a building and dive into like a hay bale. That's the only reason I wanted to play Assassin's Creed for the first time. I was like,
the only reason why Bob didn't play it is because he realized that you could land safely.
Yeah, physics? Throw it out the fucking window. None of it makes sense.
I think that would work though in real life. I think
it really wouldn't though. That's the thing.
100% work though.
Yeah, but
no, it would not.
I think it would. You know the thing that you put like fake flowers in the green thing that like you jam it in. It like seems a little stiff, but it has a little give to it. You know what I'm talking about? If you rip it, it makes that really like
it's weird. It's called styrofoam.
That's not styrofoam.
It is a type of styrofoam.
Okay, that weird type of styrofoam. Then it's the same thing. It's like when we were in elementary school and you had to throw eggs off the roof. If you put it on there, you thought it was a little bit too hard, but it really took the impact for you. That's the same thing with hay bales. It has a little softness up top, and then the wood, if it has a little give to it, you'll be fine, man.
No.
Yeah,
that's not how it works.
I mean, that's just physics.
No, that's not physics.
It would work. I mean, you're a doctor, you're not a physician.
A physician and a physicist are 2 completely different things.
Yeah.
We have achieved a new level this week, folks.
Oh my god. I'm literally a physicist.
Oh, I thought you were a doctor.
Oh my god. Oh,
all right, moving on. Moving on. Any final thoughts on that? Any final thoughts before we take some voicemails? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed is fucking stupid, and so are you, Chris.
All right, fatso.
Fucking, oh my god.
Nice of you to make your bed today. FATSO.
Idiot. Jesus.
We were doing so good.
I think there's a double T in fatso, right? FATTSO?
No.
Voicemail time.
All right, first caller.
What's up, gamers? Degenerate JB Genesis calling in. Loving the pod as always. Really loving the interviews. So my question this week for you guys, and you can answer collectively or individually. If Wicked Good was a cocktail or a drink, what would it be and why?
Ooh.
I feel like that's just so easy.
Flipping the classic question that we ask in all of our PAX interviews.
I think we all have the same one in mind. I feel like we all have the same one in mind, but I want to see what Bob thinks first.
All right, say it on 3.
Okay.
Oh, no. 3, 2, 1, go. Say it on 3, 2, 1, go.
Say it on go or 1?
On go.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Long Island iced tea. Yeah, all right. Yeah, Bob's dumb. I'm dumb. Miller Lite. My ass. Miller Lite stinks.
Oh my god. There goes our fucking sponsorship. Great. Thanks, Chris. Again, another stupid move by Chris.
Oh my god, we're shutting this dude.
It stinks because it's so good. You ever have anything so good? You're just like this is awful because it's so good. I'll never have anything like it. That's Miller Lite. Thanks, Miller.
Good backtrack attempt.
Thank you. But I'm gonna go with Long Island iced tea because there's a lot of shit just thrown in. You know.
The only reason I would say Long Island iced tea over Miller Lite is because that's the answer. 2020 this year. Like, oh, I think it's a Long Island iced tea. It's a combination of a lot of different elements. It's like kind of like has a little kick to it, but like it's kind of sweet and like accessible. We've gotten that answer like 90 times. Otherwise, I would say a Miller Lite. I'm a big Miller Lite.
Damn. Now I'm going back on my Long Island. I feel like that's too easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna go with an espresso martini. We're a little live. We give you a little life. You know, we wake you up a little bit on these Thursdays. Some of us resemble milk, which I'm pretty sure goes into one of those. A little chocolate syrup, a little sweetness in there. I mean, and then a little. If you hang around them a little too long, you're inevitably gonna get a little sick of them.
Yeah, that's true.
F2D2 Four Loco.
Oh, right. Four Loco.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, sure.
The reason why Bob doesn't sleep.
The good kind, though. The one with the caffeine.
I told you guys the story about how I drank
Oh,
3.5 of them and I didn't sleep for 2 days.
I'd be an MD 2020 personally. The blue Mad Dog 2020 personally.
I don't remember the flavors because I drank them one night and I didn't sleep for 2 days.
No, Mad Dog 2020 is a different thing.
Oh, I was gonna say because this was in fucking high school when it was the legit fucking Four Loco.
The good $3 and you're zooming, baby.
Hey, you fucking trashed.
All right, here we go. Next caller.
Hey, anyone know why Richard Bobby Lupo? Hey, it's I got a serious question for you guys. So, I wanted to know you guys' personal favorite characters for video games. I'll throw out two of mine, which are Zoro from Kingdom Hearts and Carl Johnson from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I was going to see if you could make anyone's job by throwing out any suggestions for any of your favorites.
Good question. Really?
That's
good question.
Great question, anonymous caller.
That's a phenomenal question. Anonymous caller, I am shocked. That's a great question. That's a real good question. I'm going to say I have to stay in the GTA franchise right here. I really do. Sora obviously is up there for me. Sora's awesome from Kingdom Hearts. But I have to go with Big Smoke from San Andreas. Big Smoke is, granted, he's a rat. I mean, he's a snake, but he's a fat fuck and he's hilarious. I love Big Smoke, and Ryder doesn't get a lot of respect that he deserves. He's just a ride or die guy. And then, I mean, CJ, gotta go. Honestly, I grow such a big connection towards people in GTA. So let me backtrack. I'm gonna give 3 off GTA. I'm gonna go with CJ, Big Smoke, and Michael from GTA 5.
Oh, we're doing 3 now? All right, fine.
You do whatever you want. I just couldn't pinpoint it to one.
I'm gonna go with Ty from Gears 2. Ty from Gears of War 2. Tragic. I weep. Excuse me while I weep. Okay. What's tragic loss?
F's in the chat, please.
Tragic loss of Ty. I'm gonna go with. Fuck. My favorite of all time Final Fantasy character is Auron from Final Fantasy X. Such an interesting story arc to his character. Spoiler alert, the game came out fucking, what, 19 years ago at this point?
I guess I can't play it now.
He's dead the entire fucking time.
Guess I can't play.
He's just a ghost. Who would have thought? Yeah, he's a ghost. Who else? Auron, Ty from Gears 2. Oh, and Kratos. He's just pure. He's fury. He's fury incarnate. I love that character so much. I love the way that they took him from God of War 1, 2, and 3, and Judgment and Chains of Olympus, and they moved him into a father position in God of War 2018. Oh, mwah, chef kiss. Mwah.
Unreal.
Incredible work.
Dom, what do you got?
Garrus Vicarian from.
Can I do 4? Can I do 4? Garrus is 4.
Garrus Vicarian from Mass Effect, biggest bro in the history of video games. I would also say Sully from Uncharted, Victor Sullivan, unfucking believable. Let's see, a third. I didn't know we were doing 3 until 10 seconds ago. So,
just an overachiever, I guess.
I mean, Let's see. Give me a second here.
While you think, I have an honorable mention, Jimmy Hopkins from Bully, but yeah, just gotta throw that in there. True badass. I mean, he's just a real good guy.
Jesus Christ. I would say, let's see, third. Favorite character. I mean,
Tom, come on, man, you got this.
I mean, you're putting me on the fucking spot here. I'm Gino from Super.
Gino.
How did it take you that long to pick Gino?
Because I don't know. I'm gonna have to write a whole column on this now. My favorite characters, I guess, ever, or Falco, because he was Falco Lombardi, because he's the biggest guinea in the history of all video games, and that, yeah, Gino, Falco. Who else is a notable
Fucking
Italians?
Super Mario's.
De Niro.
Oh, unbelievable. But yeah, so Garrus. Damn, I feel like Marcus Phoenix deserves more love too.
Yeah.
Gears 5. I finished Gears 5 and I really fucking liked it. And Marcus is he's still kicking, he's still going, like he's still kicking so much fucking ass. And goddamn.
Rockin' 505 says Nathan Hale from Resistance. Great pick. Resistance. Another game.
Oh, another. Wow, what a deep cut. That's like
another overlooked game, overshadowed by other games in that genre.
That is a very, very good pick. That is a very underrated pick right there.
Yes.
But yeah, I would say Victor Sullivan, Garrus. I guess Gino. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Super Mario RPG, best game. My favorite game of all time. But that's just tough. That's just so hard.
Hey, Gino, how you doing? Hi, Gino. Hey, I'm walking here, Gino. I'm walking.
Really yeah. Yeah. I guess that's it. Okay. Yeah. So last voicemail. Or wait, I think we have two more. Hold on. Yeah, we got two more. All right. Hold on. This one's a little bit shorter, so we're gonna go first.
I want to know the best Civilization game. I built this bitch from the ground up. All right, and I want to rule it. I don't want to hear any suggestions like Skyrim with the modifications and shit. What is the best video game? I'll buy it and I'll play it. Suggestion.
To build from the ground up.
Yeah, like a game where you can build an. Yeah, I mean Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Animal Crossing or Minecraft. Yeah.
Minecraft. Ark. Ark was a fucking blast of a game that I played put way too many fucking hours into.
Animal Crossing. I'll be right back.
I feel like
I gotta go with Ark.
I feel like that caller would really enjoy the game Minecraft, because you can literally build it from the ground up. You can make you can build a bunch of different things. I saw people build like the office. They built it in there. People build like their actual work offices in there. You can build stadiums. You can build whatever you want. So caller, I think Minecraft's going. Me personally, I never really got into Minecraft. I played it really quick, and I was just like, I don't really find much fun in that. To me, it's just a mindless game. Kind of, I'm not going to call Animal Crossing mindless, but there's no winning to it. It's just kind of like you just play it, time just goes by. It just is what it is. But I guess I get the appeal to it with a younger audience. Bob, do you ever get into Minecraft?
No, I never played Minecraft. That was that game that missed our generation by 2 years, I think.
Yeah, I think if it hit us, we probably would have played for a short period of time. But I've met my buddies' younger siblings, and they're all in on Minecraft. They love it.
Oh yeah. And it's like the people that are 3 years younger than us and down. 3 years younger than us to 15 years, because then they're all Fortnite people.
All Fortnite people.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Ark. It's Ark for me. I think Ark is so unique of a game that you could just build.
You have the proximity chat in there too, right? In Ark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Last voicemail. This is a long one, so I saved it for last.
Not the first time you guys have heard or said this, but it'll be quick, right? This message is for Bob. This is Karen from the Wisconsin General Hospital Human Resources Department. We've received several complaints that you've been referring to yourself as a doctor on the internet. I'm legally obligated to remind you that it's against company policy and not only illegal to refer to yourself as a doctor without a doctorate, but also frowned upon in the community.
Wait, hold on. There's more. I don't know. My screen went dark. Hold on.
Warning, it's going to be retained in your employee file. And unfortunately, if this behavior continues, we're going to have to move forward with action up to and including termination. Also, off topic, but we know you have a girlfriend. You don't have to keep reminding us. Have a happy National Horny Day, boys. Talk to you soon.
Oh my god, that was great. That was a fucking good one. Bob, you have anything to say?
Just fucking not only terminate me from the job, you could just terminate me in general.
Do not resuscitate.
Yeah, DNR, please.
Wow.
I say it every fucking day. I'm not a doctor. I'm a physicist. There's a difference.
So there is a difference.
Yes, of course there's a fucking difference. What looks better, Dr. Bob or Physicist Bob?
Physicist Bob's kind of badass, actually.
It's too long. It's too long.
Fizzy Bob.
Bobby Fizz.
Bobby the Fizz. That's sick. Rebrand coming.
Yeah, big.
I've already
big
tried.
facts.
I'm trying to rebrand right now to Bert.
To Little Uzi Bert.
Little Uzi Bert.
Unreal.
Oh,
All right.
fuck.
Was that it for voicemails?
Yeah, fuck. I forgot to do the song though. Hold on. I mean, the chat can't hear it right now, but
We can hear it.
yeah,
Just-
I guess we can in our hearts. You're gonna have to go listen to the recorded version on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you get podcasts.
Wow.
Chris, you want to land the train?
Absolutely. Without further ado, let's land the train. Dom, what do you got?
Well, I'm like not seeing as many people these days because quarantine. So I like haven't really like seen anybody like notable to shout out. But let me tell you about somebody who I have seen, I guess, via FaceTime, and that's my good friend Kyle from Actor Observer, and he had a birthday.
Happy
He's
birthday,
31.
Kyle.
31. Happy birthday, Kyle. Love that boy a whole lot. Just like you two, a fellow groomsman. Been a good friend for a very long time. Want to wish him a very, very happy birthday. And I'm not going to tell him that I'm doing this shout out. So I'm going to wait until he texts me to see if he listens to the podcast this week.
Good test.
You got to work for it. But happy birthday, Kyle. Love you a lot. And just remember, Space Mountain may be the oldest ride in the park, but it's got the longest line.
Wow.
So just think about that.
It's fucking unreal.
So happy birthday,
Wait,
Kyle.
is Space Mountain the oldest
Oh, yeah.
ride in the park?
Yeah.
I mean, don't fact check that. But
It's
I
like,
don't think it is.
it's like Space Mountain. What the hell's the other one? Animal Mountain. What the hell's the other one? It's like a...
Animal Crossing.
No, not Animal Crossing. Help me out for it. It's something mountain. Whatever.
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain. Those ones. I think that's the oldest ride, actually. Splash Mountain. But I could be wrong. I mean, whatever. Bob, what do you
And
got?
yeah. Oh, and also hold on. Go stream Paradoil by Actor Observer. He's on that album. It's great.
It's true. It's a good album. I bought all their shit. It's great.
I have the CD.
I-
here.
Dude, I have their record right over there. And I wear their fucking rain jacket all the time when it rains.
Yeah, t-shirts real comfy too.
What do I got? Oh, yes. So, on our YouTube, that's youtube.com/wickedgoodgaming, we got a couple of things. Coleman commented on one of my Doom videos. Really enjoyed this video. Didn't really want to play the game until I watched you playing it. Keep up the great content. Do you hear that, Bethesda? I am making you money. Okay? Here you free money. Take it.
Putting asses in the seats.
Oh, thank you, Coleman. Rock and Roll Hot Dog, aka Steve, aka Three Vets, commented on my montage that I published today. Love it. What a gamer. Lorenzo Chorizo commented on the same montage video. Wow, 10 out of 10. Awesome video. Keep up the great content. The editing is really well done. This must have taken some time. Proud of you, Bob. I wish I knew more about CS, but again, great job. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yes, it literally took me fucking months to do. JB commented on it as well. Yes, Bob, more of this sexy content, the frags and the titty shaking. Okay, all right.
Phenomenal yugs at the end of that video.
Love the music. Also, sick tracking at 4:45. So, thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys for watching any of the videos I post. But if you didn't know, I have been working on.
Somebody.
I've been working on a Counter-Strike Global Offensive montage. I've been taking clips for my streams for like the past fucking year at this point, and I finally put them all together. I did a bunch of editing to make it happen. I threw in some audio from supplied by my cousin Chris too. It's not where I wanted it to be. You know, some of the visuals aren't great because some of the clips came from streams up to like a year ago at this point, and I didn't have my stream fully optimized then. And the audio isn't where I wanted it to be because I wanted to like make a big like audio file to put with it. But I did my best, and I would really appreciate if people watched it. So thank you guys.
Nice. As for me, I have nothing. If you want a shout out on the show from me, please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. It really helps us within the rankings. It takes a couple seconds out of your day, and I will read it out live as long as it doesn't get us TOS, and it is 5 stars, so please do that. If you want to keep up with us on social media, we are at Wicked Good Gaming on everything besides Twitter. It is at Wicked Good Games. If you want to read content the old-fashioned way, the written way, it's wickedgoodgaming.com. We're getting shit up on there on the regular. Tent has been flying. If you want to check out YouTube videos, it's youtube.com/wickedgoodgaming. Go figure, the branding is on point. And if you're listening to the show right now, you're like, oh man, where can I find these here podcasts? Let me tell you where you can find Not Another Gaming Podcast. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, radio.com, and iHeartRadio. I already said iHeartRadio, right?
So, yeah, those are all the big ones.
Yeah, well, those, and then we're probably in a bunch of other little ones. If you don't find the podcast on your preferred platform, let us know, and we'll make sure that Dom gets us right on there. And that just about does it. Thank you, everyone that is hanging out, and thank you, everyone who is listening to the pre-recorded. We truly appreciate you guys. And until next week, stay 6 feet apart, practice social distancing still, wash your goddamn hands, and celebrate Happy Horny Day, National Horny Day. Wear rubber, don't have kids. And that's about it. Put it in the sock, kids.
I fully support all of that.
Yeah,
it's great.
Why not, right?